In the last few days, Bitcoins have been jumping around like a frog in a sock, as high as $900 per coin yesterday, down to $600 per coin today, but even 600 is a big increase over the 200 that it was a month and a half ago. So what's the deal? And what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a digital open source currency which is limited to a maximum of 21 million coins by its own internal algorithm. It's actually a form of cryptography, and if none of this is making any sense to you at all, you're not alone. If you want to know more about it, Google it. I'm not here to talk about how it works, I'm here to talk about what's happening to it. How can a digital currency that's being created out of people's computers and isn't backed by any government be worth so much? It's crazy, right? I mean, surely it's a bubble and it has to crash soon because Bitcoins have no real value, right? Well, maybe. I'm not going to try and predict the future of the financial markets, but one thing I can say for sure is that everything we call money today has no real value. These things? These are little tiny pieces of polymer that cost a fraction of their face value to manufacture. And this one, which is supposedly 10 times more valuable than this one, actually costs very close to the same amount of money to produce. So all of the value in our money is not contained in the physical object, but contained in our perception of what money is. These are worthless, except that we all agree that they're worth something. Bitcoins are worthless, except that there's a lot of people out there who agree that they're worth something. In fact, there's a lot of people out there who believe that Bitcoins are worth more than these, and it's that belief that counts. So are Bitcoins the future? Will they replace traditional national currencies? I don't think so. You see, governments love the power and control that they get from creating and manipulating their own national currency. So I can't see governments jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon anytime soon. But here's where it gets worrying. The US Senate is having hearings into digital currencies and Bitcoin right now, and some Bitcoin enthusiasts think that that's fantastic. Be careful what you wish for. The greatest danger to these new digital currencies are governments wanting to protect their ability to create and manipulate their own national currencies. So if the US government does decide to get involved with Bitcoin in some way, shape or form, you can bet your bottom Bitcoin that it's not to help Bitcoins, it's to help themselves. Bitcoin will only thrive if it can stay free from the deadening hand of politicians and bureaucrats and regulators. But one thing's for sure, Bitcoin has already woken a lot of people up to the fact that what we call money is actually more of an idea than a real thing. My name's Topher, and I'm trying to make the future a better place with less government and more personal freedom. If that sounds good to you, then help me out by sharing this video, liking, subscribing, following, and I'll talk to you again soon.